Hello, everybody. I need to fix my live scene. Oh, wait, wrong one. No, it's the right one.
At least ways I'm not having any problems with my audio levels right now, so that should be a good thing.
There we go. Welcome back, everybody, to Tomb of Annihilation. I am your dungeon master, Dehedroth, and we are joined by our normal cast right now, which include our good friend Sean playing Diggory,
I'm still here. You can't get rid of me.
Digi playing Dr. Gwenwyn,
I am also still here, but you may get rid of me.
we have Kitsu playing Shauna,
Konnichiwa. Who knows?
and we have Roach
I'm not sure that
here,
fit the joke.
played by Memed.
Hello.
And now also joining us is someone very special to me. It's my girlfriend, Kari, who is joining us playing a new character that we will introduce in just a little while. So, who would like to recap?
We just scammed some goblins.
Oh, wow, I'm actually finding more spilled soda onto my keyboard. That's nice.
Not
Oh,
I. says Pop.
That's not the recap, but let's see what Let's see what we got here. Last time on Tomb of Annihilation, the party had decided to actively try and go after one of their objectives and discovered in a place of what would seem to be shared worship a construct. What appeared to be a shield guardian deactivated, surrounded by totems and other variety of paraphernalia of local tribal worship. Deciding to follow the sounds of what sounded of revelry, we attempted to, well, follow them and got lost on the way. In doing so, we ran into a interesting couple of people, a ranger that with a particular affinity for ice magic, and because I forgot who he actually was, a dino man traveling companion of his. Having spent the night in their company, they directed us more towards where we wanted to go, and eventually we found them. A tribe of goblins in the middle of Chult, of whom only one could effectively communicate, being Rote. Kind of interesting, considering it was the first time I wasn't the face. During the interactions, Rote had the wonderful idea to trade for the activation medallion for the Shield Guardian, which was in the possession of the Goblin Chief. The Chief was willing to trade for it for an object of equal or lesser value, and so Rote decided to use his Forge domain skills and create a medallion of gold and other metals that we had lying around, and in 4 languages put "Rote was here" on it, successfully convincing the Goblin Chief that it was an item of great import and a charm against evil. The trade was made, and now we have the activation amulet for the Shield Guardian. Whether or not we get away before they determine the scam remains to be seen.
Well, I wrote it in languages they wouldn't understand, like primordial and stuff like that.
And Minotaur!
All right, yeah, that was pretty much it. So great job.
I
Thank
have
you.
a question. Did we heal?
Yeah, you guys have
We haven't had a
you guys have been are fully have didn't have any fights and are full had a full rest in between. So yes, you are fully healed.
Okay.
little bit of a close thing. Uh, I don't know if that was last session or the session before. It's been a while. But yeah, we should be full health.
You are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Goody gums.
I am now at 36 HP. Yeah.
You can actually pop that up a little bit more to Hedro.
How's that?
Might
That's
still be a
good.
little loud in my ears, but it's pretty good.
Down just a little bit.
But I also may be just slightly hypersensory, so don't worry about me.
No, that should be fine. I can just hear it in the background. All right. So yes, you successfully have traded for the activation amulet. Queen Grabstab seems still very, very happy about the whole thing, and has basically it. Nobody in the Goblin Town is treating you guys as a threat. As a matter of fact, you seemed very, very quite welcome. What would the group like to do?
Hmm.
Well, I can say that Sora kind of crashed sitting up on a rock because she because of her new and improved power that she got. That's awakened inside of her.
Yeah, Diggory's usual run of shadow boxing training, getting his exercises in, has proven to be just as effective as well. Feeling a little bit more confident in the physical power of his punching.
I suppose the next step is to go on back to the Shield Guardian. Speaking of, can we see the map, Pedro, to see where it is?
Sure. You guys are basically going to be leaving this anyway, so the players.
And now we watch the map fill in Jeopardy style.
Your answer. Your question. No.
Their categories for the first round of Jeopardy are
Yes.
The canoes and the river that the village was next to. Does the river happen to lead towards the Shield Guardian?
It does not, no.
Damn it.
No, you can see that it's all through forest.
Yeah, but technically the camp is in the forest and there's still a river on the map,
It's
so.
not a river, it's a lake. A
It's
small
not
lake.
Oh well.
You have to remember they're goblins naming it, so they would call a lake a still river. So we'd probably head back to the Shield Guardian, I guess.
all right. Yeah, that would mean traveling west then.
That way.
Are you going back basically the way you came? Yeah, I already saw you paying it, never mind.
Yeah.
Taking that question back.
I I grabbed the gift of the gem dragon.
Alright. So whoever is your guide for the day, since basically you guys are setting out at first light, I would like you to roll me survival.
Terrifying.
I assume that'll be me.
Oop, wrong button.
Yeah.
I go to open my character sheet on screen, and I click on my close button.
Oh no!
They're not even next to each other.
That is impressive, John. Alright.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's technically better for Rote to do it because he has a +5 in it.
Let's see what happens during your day.
Technically better, but it's funnier if Diggory does it.
I am better than you now at doing it because I have keen mind.
And everybody's better than me because I got
No,
a 0 in it.
I also have a 0, but the way DeHedro and I have keen mind going is advantage on
Fair
survival. So I am the same but better at it than you.
Hey, we have it as advantage strictly because that technically has him always knowing what way north is, and it kind of defeats the getting lost aspect of this adventure.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it, like the setting out bit, I would know, yes, that's the way north is. But then how trees and stuff work would just kind of mess up that. Because, yeah, it's like, yeah, that way's north. We can't get past those trees. Shit. So it would eventually end up in the not right spot, potentially.
All right. Throughout the course of your guys' first day travel, the morning goes by very uneventfully as you are basically given a escort by a group of goblins who walks you most of the way along the way. Um, they walk you as far as they are comfortable going with, and then eventually say part ways. They give you a few very mostly worthless trinkets as a gift, but you guys are at least thankful, and then you find yourself alone again in the jungle, making your way down. What is
Making our way
everybody's
downtown.
passive perception again?
12.
11. Wait, 15.
13.
Chun?
Sorry, 1 second. Perception?
Passive perception.
Passive.
Passive. 10.
The best passive perception.
Oh, I'm just stuck doing leaf rubbings and all.
15, so.
Making our way downtown, walking fast, getting lost.
So, everybody but Diggory notices this. As you are walking along, making your way through the jungle, everybody but Diggory notices that off slightly to your right in the jungle, overgrown by vines, is a 10-foot tall statue. And most of you actually recognize this statue kind of being the same one seen in Port Nyanzaru of Uptau, the Chultan king.
A fantastic specimen of this type of Spanish moss. I mean, I don't know how anything else could be more interesting about this. This is a. You don't see this around in this area very often, I wouldn't think. Seems very different from the rest of the other lichens and mosses we've found.
Yeah.
Are you guys doing anything with it?
I'm not sure what you would want me to do with it. I've heard tell of people once stuffing furniture with it. It was a terrible idea. It ended up having parasites and mites and bugs all throughout the whole thing.
Memes?
I'll take a brief look around. Might be a stash that someone hid there, but unlikely. It's deep in the forest.
As you approach, you notice that the base of the statue is cleared out. And at the foot of the statue is an iron token bearing the symbol of a triceratops.
I approach the token and look closer at it, trying to see if there's anything noteworthy about it.
Noteworthy, not necessarily. It seems to be just an iron token in regards for that. You don't recognize it beyond having the symbol of a triceratops on top of it. But for the most part, um, make a. Let's
Hmm.
see here. That's nice. I was going to have him make a roll here, but
Well, he did say it had to drop every little bit, but that's the good thing about being the DM. You have access to all of our sheets.
Yep.
um, he would know this with his background and his class. Um, the symbol is worth in the right area is about 50 gold pieces.
Hmm. A Triceratops marked symbol worth 50 gold to the right buyer. Interesting. Not as interesting as this Spanish moss. Look, I think I found a new type of weevil in it.
Oh, Diggory doing Diggory things.
How often do you see a librarian minotaur?
Every other Sunday.
That's true.
All right. The party will move on from there, and the rest of your night and day goes by uneventfully. You set up camp, and back from where you came towards Yelyark, you hear a bit of a louder celebration at night. Until let everybody here make a perception check.
Perception.
Nope.
Don't worry, I've rolled a 13.
Ah, ah, ah.
I have a
Um,
+0 in this. How am I the best roll?
Degree, you hear
Even the disadvantage is better the better roll. I have 2 of the 4 best rolls.
as you abruptly hear the celebration stop,
Mm,
and then you hear what sounds like what you would know as a bowstring being released.
Hands up.
Nothing seems to happen. It's a very should I say it's a very loud or big bowstring being released at once.
Unfortunately, I'm not a monk, so I can't make any sort of reactions against range attacks.
You're not being
But
attacked.
hmm,
Make a history check.
okay. Uh,
You should be good with this
there?
one.
Well, I got a +5 in it, so 16.
You recall seeing back in the village that the village seemed to have from a large tree bent over it with some rope coming to a tarp that went all around the main part of the village. And a slip knot was holding it all together, and the tree was under tension. Something like that could
Excellent.
make a very similar sound.
Hmm.
Whoops.
Sounds like okay. So it's not a bowstring, but what sounds like a bowstring? Okay. Oh, a snare. That. Oh, someone's caught something. Shall we go poach it?
Um, are we sure about that?
I get the
Sounds
distinct impression that this is going to
sounds a
be
good idea,
mildly
Lydia.
railroady, so I think we should go poach it.
It's. I'm gonna. You can't go poach it. No, this is not the
You know
introduction.
what I mean.
Where don't have a handout for this. Why don't I have a handout for this? So,
Oops.
just to kind of give you a glimpse so you understand a little bit more about what you saw, so as you would have recalled this. How the village works is if the village is threatened, they will pull that rope, and it will fling the village and all the important stuff away from whatever is threatening it.
That is a remarkable security system that I don't know works. But we may as well check it out and see what's there. If it's a snare, we hunt, we poach it. If it's not, we find out what caused it to go away. So,
So that will be a whole other day's travel back to Yelyark.
not to go to where the thing went. But,
No, the noise was coming from Yelyark,
oh,
Goblin
okay.
Village. That was the Goblin Village being flung away.
Okay. I did not get that at all.
So, are we saying that these goblins are smaller orcs of the Warhammer 40k
No,
era?
no, they're not that interesting.
They're not Gretchen. All right. Well, okay. So forget everything I just said about snares. The Goblin Village is elsewhere, it would seem. And frankly,
probably, at least the village part of it.
yeah, perhaps. Though, if it's that variety of a security measure, however secure it might be, I think I would prefer not meeting it then.
Either way, the rest of the night basically goes on completely uneventfully. Will whoever is going to be leading you through the next day's travel roll me survival?
I want to keep that being. All right. Wrote. I'm doing it immediately.
Checking something.
15. And I'm sure we're still going in the same direction.
As you guys travel, the morning goes by very calmly, relaxed. It actually doesn't even seem like a bad day. There's actually been no rain over the last little bit, which is a little bit odd for obviously a rainforest.
Very odd.
Very odd indeed. Do you think that it's the effect of what we're looking for that's causing rain not to fall?
The curse of undeath? Well, I'm not going to specifically write it out. Though that being said, if the idea is to stop the undead from being made or resurrections, well, actually, that makes a lot of sense then. If it's to stop resurrections, but still want people to die, you could cut off that, eventually kill the rainforest, killing everything inside of it. Seems a little roundabout.
So, as you are traveling throughout the afternoon, off in the distance, you hear what sounds like relatively large footsteps off in the distance coming towards you, but shortly after that,
Dun dun dun.
group traveling along will see a humanoid shape come bursting out of the forest ahead of them, running directly towards them.
All of a sudden, we ambush.
Kari, will you describe what they see?
A well-dressed, golden scale dragonborn running at high speed, breathing as best as she can, terrified beyond belief. Whatever is chasing her.
And yes, from behind the gold dragonborn, the gold skull dragon, you will hear large, lumbering footsteps closing in, getting louder and louder and faster and faster.
Well, Diggory is going to, in this option, move forward, getting himself in between his party and the rest.
Get behind us.
Okay. Okay. Ah,
After this, I would definitely love to paint a picture of you.
Here, focus, Shauna. There's something coming.
Right. Pulls out paintbrush and her shield.
I said focus, not artist.
Where are you going to be taking up position?
Position of highest honor in the rear.
Of course. So yes, the footsteps, lumbering, becoming louder and louder, eventually bursting forth from the tree line into the small clearing that you guys have occupied, is a very tiny fairy dragon that is laughing like crazy right now.
History check.
Go ahead.
All right. All right, 18.
You know that fairy dragons can be definitely some pranksters. They are very mischievous, especially on the size that this one is in regards to that. They do usually have a lot of power, even despite their small size, and they're usually very knowledgeable as well too, from what you know.
Not letting down my guard much at all. Take a step forward. I could appreciate the humor in this. Though perhaps maybe terrifying a random person is not the best choice of action.
No, but it was so fun to watch her run.
Not going to lie. Like as I said, was a very fine joke.
It does
Nothing
little,
beyond it, I hope.
it does little flips and everything like that. So approaches slowly. No, just a little harmless prank. And you have treated it so well. I will answer 3 questions of yours truthfully.
A mighty boon indeed. Relaxing his stance just a little bit.
So by all
just
means,
thinking
ask away. Ask away.
out of character. The thing I was wanting to burst out but not actually say was, "What is your name? What is your quest? What
It's your
is
color.
is the edge speed of an African swallow?"
Of a coconut-laden swallow.
That was just
Oh.
like first thing that came to my mind for 3 questions.
I don't blame. Ooh. All right.
So, friends, you have a fairy
Diggory.
dragon who is willing to answer 3 questions truthfully.
Oh. Mind if I do something mildly in that similar vein that could turn into something interesting?
No.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Was that a no or a go?
It was an oh no, but go ahead if you want
Oh.
to.
All right. All right. Diggory speaks up and says, "May I have your name?"
I had to look something up really quick.
Oh my gosh, honey.
Where is it? Where is it? There it is.
What is your quest? Just kidding. Do you like to wear wigs?
Oh, no, you can't have my name. I am not Faye.
Oh, worth the use of the question.
Well, you have 2 still.
Well,
Hmm. Who wants it? Who wants to go next?
I'm glad you understood the assignment, though.
I just needed to see if it was actually classified as a Faye or not, because if it was, this would have gotten very funny.
Oh, do we have any actual serious questions now that I've had my fun? Don't suppose asking about the curse would be useful.
Yeah,
that's
it
true.
probably would be.
Mr. Is that correct? No.
Don't say that. That was a question.
Yes!
We have a question left.
You have a question left.
Mr. Fey Dragon, do you know anything about this curse of death?
Oh no. The worst thing, an ambiguously asked question that can be very easily answered in a single word.
As you've wasted your other 2 questions on some very interesting ones, I will give you a long answer. No, I don't.
Well, it's long by comparison.
But I do know the ancient ruins of Omu has had a lot more activity as of lately with the snake people and gargoyles.
That's how many times have we heard of that name?
I don't know. Have you?
I don't actually think so.
Not in my notes. Ancient ruins of Omu. Well then.
We've always heard of a temple that.
That's a different temple. Pretty sure. Yeah, it's a different temple.
Well, I will bid you all a good day. I wish you luck. Thank you for playing with me, at least. And this fairy dragon will turn around, and you'll hear the stomping again as it leaves and flaps off into the rainforest.
If that name question had worked out, we probably would have had a long-term ally. Well, terribly sorry about that, but but it felt it was necessary to give that one a try at least. How often do you get to turn the how often do you get to turn the phase joke onto itself?
Not often.
Not often indeed.
Well, even beyond that, I believe we won't be limited with a number of questions to our new acquaintance, turning to the Golden Dragonborn. At least allow me to introduce myself first. I am Diggory Stackkeeper of the Waterdavian Leatherhorn tribe. Oh, how might we how might we address you?
I am Cinder from the Mages of High Sorcery.
I have a question. How much gold do you have on you?
Wrote.
What? Just an innocent question.
Well, technically, they're a gold dragon, so a lot.
True. Wonder how much I would give you skinned you.
God. I did have a group earlier. We were all sent by Cinder Sylvain. Look for a cure, of course. I can't find certain ones, while others are sure dead for sure.
Interesting, because we're also hired by Sindra Sylvain. Didn't mention anything about other groups that she sent.
I imagine ours was an early attempt. I am the only one that's left. I would love to work with you.
Any extra help would be certainly worth it. We've recently, parted ways with one of our previous companions as well. Perhaps the joint venture would be mutually beneficial for all.
Lose a lizard, we gain a dragon. Kind of go up in the world.
and trade the druid for You said you were a high mage of some descript.
Yes, I am a sorceress.
Very interesting. Should be work very well with us. I should say. Although out of character, it does kind of throw a little bit of a monkey wrench into my plans of secondaries. But
You have other backups.
I mean, you can't go wrong
I do.
with magic.
Does not
Okay.
throw a wrench into mine.
Out of character, I'll
That's
go
fine.
more in. No, my apologies. I'll go
Come
more
on.
into
No.
depth about it later. It's just sorcerer was the one I really wanted to do. But
no
anyway,
worries at all. No worries at
No
all.
worries. Everything's fine. Like I said, can't go wrong with more magic.
Now, before I was being chased, I'd come here through a portal. Because I've learned the location of a village that wishes are granted at. And the wizards aren't warped either. Now, I don't know the name of the village. I haven't been able to figure that out. or what is granting the wishes, but I do know the location.
Hmm. Wait a minute. Granting of wishes.
With that, while you guys are still doing the roleplay, I'm going to move you to the world map again.
Yay, world map. Dun, 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 dun.
And to ping,
Da, 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 da. A ping. A boo, a ping.
you will notice that there is a new mark on the map.
Hmm. Well, turns out our first objective is on the way if we desire to keep going that way.
Wonderful.
And that objective could be helpful for us in the long term as well.
Yep, it would probably help us a lot. And who knows, maybe we could find a really nice view from there. Pulls out her paintbrush again.
Oh, artists. Of course, what can I say? I've got at least 3 notebooks of leaf rubbings on my own person, so... Biodiversity here is amazing. But anyway... So, Miss Cinder? If you'd be willing to join us, I believe we're about to make camp fairly shortly. It'll take another day to reach where we're headed.
Wonderful. I'm exhausted after that.
At least was it didn't turn into combat. That would have been... potentially problematic. Well then... Shall we continue on and set up camp then?
You guys are able to walk for just a while longer. Get yourself a little bit further along in the actual jungle before night starts to overtake you. And eventually, you set up camp, to which the night does go by very uneventfully. With the morning dawn and rain actually starting up again this time during the morning, you find yourself getting ready to head out for the day. Whoever would like to do your guiding roll. One person, please go ahead and make me the survival check.
Wrote just taking the role of guide.
Yep. I'm just gonna see if mine would have been better or not. It's because no. So technically, yes, but also would have been nearly no.
Yeah.
Just as good, and I have to roll 2.
Ugh. Whoa. Alright.
Okay.
No, just for funsies. Really? What are my dice today?
That's a good question.
I'll tell you what they are on my D&D Beyond sheet. Pink fuzzy. Why? Because the dice on D&D Beyond are very loud, and these are the quietest.
So you will head off in what Road is very confident is the correct direction. And after about maybe roughly an hour or so, you come upon what looks to be a somewhat odd sight. There's been a large conflict in the area, at least. Um, Trees have been knocked over, not necessarily broken, but uprooted directly from the ground. No bodies, but you can see the remnants of some very dried blood in the area. Um,
Hmm.
What happened here?
some of the actual trees have been stacked up a little bit. They are, but again, you don't see any bodies, nothing dangerous looking in the area.
No bodies, dried blood, uprooted trees, stacked. Whatever this was, it was big. And I doubt it was that fairy dragon. One thing, you making his sounds like a giant. It's another entirely to act like one. Just as a precaution, I'm going to manifest my echo
Okay.
right next to me. Because that thing lasts as long as I want it to.
Meh.
It's not a time restriction thing.
Okay. There doesn't seem to be anything in particular dangerous in the area. Are you going to be doing anything, or are you just basically going to move on?
Hmm.
Uh, Investigating sounds like a good idea, but I think that we might want to move because I don't think we would want to stay in the same location at the same time.
That being said, it's whatever was here isn't here, unless it is. Fi- Honestly, figuring out more about it would be within my character to find out. Doing
If
so,
you want to,
sticking around for some investigation would be a.
if you would like to go ahead and roll, see if you can figure out what was going on.
All right, investigation, and I don't really roll that great. 11.
Um, Even with that roll, um, you can tell that whatever happened here happened like a long time ago. The blood, while you can still see it, is that very very dark brown that has been faded due to the area, and just because of the everything being so wet in here, it has kept relatively moist that it didn't just dry up completely away.
Hmm.
Whatever happened here, you are very confident that won't be coming back for a while.
Hmm. Well, it's definitely something that we probably don't need to be immediately worried about. Although any variety of large creature that could build this, such as it is. Hmm. Unfortunately, no immediate signs as to what it may have been. Dried blood leads to believe a battle of some variety, or even just a massacre.
And also, while you
Potentially.
are looking around, Dickory, underneath these stacked up um, trees that fell over, you will find a box.
Well, well, what have we here? I carefully grab it and pull it out, if at all possible.
It was just slid underneath there to kind of put itself in place.
Okay, huh.
It does not seem locked.
What are you that got just stuffed underneath a log in somebody's hunting grounds? Going to carefully open the box.
You open the box to find it containing 2 hooded lanterns and 10 flasks of lamp oil.
Well, that certainly shines a light on that question, doesn't it?
Da 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 da.
Boo.
All right, everybody, take
All of
these.
There were no. There were. We keep a few joke books in the library.
all of a sudden,
You should have kept the good ones.
all of a sudden, Tiggery opens the box like Link, and starts posing like he got an important item.
Na 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 na.
Both hands over my head. The item just floating and rotating slowly in the air. Stupid looking grin on my face.
So, from what you can
Oh,
tell in the area,
pardon me. That was mildly embarrassing.
there's nothing else to be found in the area of note.
Well, that's the, well. If there's nothing else, yeah, nothing else coming to mind to check out. All right. I believe we're good to continue pressing on then. Besides, whatever dumb jokes or whatever, the lanterns could in fact help. Just slip those into my bag and we can continue on.
All right. I need everybody to make me a perception check.
Perception.
Nope, too interested in logs.
Oh, gee.
Perception. Perception. Can I
Quick.
take that 18?
No.
9.
You can take exactly half of it.
Good job that worked out that way, huh?
Um. So, Rote and Dr. Gwynwyn, you both realize that during your travels, you should have already found the Shield Garden area based on your previous expedition into this area. Um, it would seem that potentially you guys are just a little bit lost. That is until out of the corner of your eye, both of you catch the Shield Guardian area and can guide you guys back into the correct area.
Those stacked logs were pretty interesting. I mean, what would neat, what would neatly put them in that position?
Well, I suppose it could be any number of things. Various varieties of giant, ogre, or troll come immediately to mind. I hesitate to think an intelligent dinosaur. Or, worse still, undead. Though we're on the wrong side of the river for that.
That is true. Oh, hey, look! We're here.
With you
I would,
guys in the area.
The thing I would actually like to have is when Shauna, like right before Shauna had said that, Quinlan had put his hand on her head and turned her head to look at the where the shield guardian is.
Okay, we're here.
You find yourself in front of the shield guardian. Um, if you knew offerings have been left at its feet, but beyond that,
Hmm.
most of the area that you are in, most of the area that you are around seems to be exactly as you left it.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well then, immediately coming to mind, if there's new offerings, it's definitely an active place of worship. That said, I think we need this thing more than they need to worship it. What's the worst that could possibly happen? We have tribes of goblins, kobolds, or whatever on our butts. Roach, you still have the amulets, correct?
Yes, yes, I do.
Alright, well,
Let's see if this works.
yeah.
What are you doing?
Roar is going to walk up to the shield guardian and just slap it in the face with the amulet.
A hollow ringing echoes throughout it.
Is it supposed to do that?
I'm unfamiliar with shield guardians specifically, but
Anybody that would like to can again roll Arcana to recall what they know about shield guardians.
oh please, oh please. Yes, nat 20 for a 25. So I do know something about shield guardians specifically.
The only person that doesn't is Rote.
Roar slaps his shield guardian again.
Yes, as Rote does, the rest of you do realize that know how to um, that hitting the guardian with the amulet doesn't do anything other than potentially dent both it and the activation amulet. What you do know is that there will be a place to insert the amulet, and then you have to speak the um, activation phrase, which is generally also placed on the amulet to activate the shield guardian.
Hmm. Well, perhaps the slapping of it is unnecessary, my friend.
Well, I assure you, this is all part of the process.
You sure the process doesn't involve putting the amulet in this slot over here and speaking whatever it is that's printed on the amulet?
Yes, but that comes after the slapping.
Well, you've slapped it twice already. How many times does it need to be slapped?
I think that's enough. Alright. Roach will go over and look at the amulet before sliding it in.
Assuming we can read what's on the amulet.
You can. It said Vorn, Vorn.
Alright.
Roach slides it in and it says, Born.
With a great whirring and a bunch of flickering from the inside, a bit of electricity sparking out, the shield guardian comes back to life, shuddering as it begins to stand its full height, well towering above all of you. Um, the branches,
Impressive piece of
leaves,
work.
and everything falling off of it It stands and looks directly at Rote. What is your command?
Identify yourself.
I am Vorn.
Well, that was easy.
How long have you been in hibernation?
I do not know.
Do you know what put you to hibernation?
My activation amulet was taken.
By what or who?
I do not know.
Mm.
I have a feeling that the goblins are the reason why the amulet went missing, unless it was the fact that they were sold the amulet, but I think it's more of that the goblins took it.
I don't imagine them being brave enough to steal it right from a shield guardian. Yeah,
Steal it.
anyways,
You don't have to steal it from the shield guardian, just the wizard of whom was wearing it.
even then, I don't think they were the car, but who knows? Might have let their guard down. Gone goblin.
And there's no guarantee. And again, no guarantee that it was the goblins that did it either. Could be any number of things around here. The goblins just could have just found it.
Right. What's our mission with this thing, please?
But at any rate, it's currently activated and ambulatory. Unless we want to take some of the fetishes along with us for the ride, we can make our way towards Cinder's ruin.
Before you do, Guardian, do you have any physical or issues that would impede your abilities?
No, I am fully functional.
Yeah. Huh. Carry me on your shoulder and follow the Minotaur.
He will reach down, lift you up, and place you on his shoulder.
Roach looks very, very smug.
Yes, yes, a fantastic chariot. Now,
The shield guardian will actually take out the amulet that you placed into it and hand it back to you.
Road
Rote,
will gingerly take it.
So we have a new ally. Again.
2 in one day. Who knew?
I'd say it's a new record, but considering we all had like 5 new allies when we started this adventure, unsure as to how many you began with, Cinder, but at any rate, shall we continue along the way?
Yes, please.
you guys will travel a little bit of ways from the area. But eventually, night again falls, and you guys will bed down for the night and wake up rested. If a little bit creeped out that you have a shield guardian just constantly standing and walking around your camp the entire night.
Well, a little unnerving, but at the very least, a unsleeping sentinel. It's helpful.
Above board, I could just see it as one of those iron golems from Minecraft.
Truth be told, I was thinking more of like Bastion from Overwatch.
That
But I
too.
also have the official art in my head as well, so any number of things this could be.
All right, will somebody, whoever your guide for the day is, make me your survival roll?
Ba, ba, ba. Shall we have? Shall we try that keen sight this time?
I mean, keen
sh-
mind.
Or yeah,
Yeah,
keen mind.
let's try
That's what
that, I
Rote's
guess.
been doing.
No, that's what I can do.
Oh, okay.
Rote rolls a single, I roll 2 and take the advantage. But
That's
he has a +5, I have a +0. So it's.
Mm-hmm.
So which
Kind of
way are we
moot,
Roach
going?
would be
Which,
taking a nap on the Shield Guardian shoulder as it moves. So,
so we want to
you
try
can
to
take
head to
this
that,
one.
yeah.
that thing. So here-ish.
Okay.
King. I know everything.
With the nat 20, I am going to roll here that not only do you know exactly where you want to head, but you get to travel 2 hexes today. You have found a very fast route through the jungle.
Dr. Gwenwyn becomes Bear Grylls all of a sudden.
So which way are you heading? So this one,
Heading, yeah, that one.
and then which
It-
one?
Or
even. Even, up, odd, down. Even. That one.
All right, let's see what happens over the course of the day for you guys then.
look at this. Tarzan is showing us the way.
Roach
I don't know
Someone
who
actually knows.
Tarzan
The
is, but
Doc Gwenwyn just suddenly becomes a combination of alchemist, survivalist, and mid-century novel character. Like a big muscular man in a loincloth and artificer glasses, and telling us to brush our teeth with camp ashes.
and would have to wear a science coat with no shirt underneath.
No.
You're gonna make me want to open up Hero Forge and start doing this while we're playing, which is not a good idea for me. Because I will just continue doing that and forget the game.
Yeah, no.
A lab coat with goggles, a loincloth.
Ah,
So most of the day, at least the beginning part of the day, is um relatively uneventful. You guys find yourself on almost what seems to be like a carved path throughout the jungle. Um, as Dr. Gwenwyn has um just guided you, seemingly opening up a path in the rainforest to get you to go a little bit quicker.
Hmm.
However, not too far into the day, about midday or so,
dun, dun, dun.
about
Oh, no.
300 yards away in
I-
a clearing, you see a Tyrannosaurus Rex stomping about. It looks hungry, but at least at this point, hasn't seemed to notice you.
Oh boy.
Ruh-roh.
I would highly recommend somebody else making the call because I need the exercise.
Ruh-roh, Rocky.
I need the exercise, and I'll be honest, I want that skull.
There's so much to make with dino scales and innards.
What's the group doing?
Well, currently we have 2-4 based on extremely bad, like once.
I don't know about bad. Diggory's just itching to get some actual energy, actual exercise.
Okay, selfish once. Very selfish once.
Oh, we have 2-4. What is everybody else thinking?
Rote is fine with whatever. He's confident now that he's sitting on top of the shield guardian that he at least will be safe.
That almost sounds like 3.
Cinder, what do you think?
If the fighter's willing to keep its attention, I don't mind throwing a few spells at it.
Sorashana rolls stealth with disadvantage because she's wearing heavy armor.
Yep.
So probably still not good enough.
Yep.
As Shauna is clanking about, it seems to have drawn the attention of the Tyrannosaurus. It's not charging you yet, but it knows you're there now.
Nice little doggy.
As you say that, the Tyrannosaurus roars and charges towards you.
Oh, stop! I've still got my my Echo on one side. Need both me and the Echo come on either sides of Sora, and let out our own bellow in defiance.
Roll with. Well, above board, if I was DM, I would say roll for.
Oh, it's roll for initiative.
Yeah, it's definitely roll for
Yeah.
initiative.
Roll what? Makes sense.
Don't forget to select a character.
Oh, I did not.
Yeah, I post up and then roll a 6.
Why is that? Oh,
Still makes sense. Rolling with intimidation.
Then I also need to roll for the Shield Guardian for you guys. So the Shield Guardian is going to take no other action other than to defend Roach.
this is great.
Best seats in the house, some extra AC, more movement if necessary.
It doesn't have much more extra movement. It's got 30 feet of movement. But, Roach, you're starting out.
It's not rope.
Will be
Yeah, it's
win-win.
Or Dr. Glenwin, sorry.
Glenwyn.
My apologies. Dr. Glenwin, you're up.
Okay.
Just as a quick aside, you may want to turn the music down a little bit to Hedra.
Mm-hmm.
Just, yeah, that's good right there.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah. That hits, it's great, but if it doesn't, it sucks. Also, I don't know its movement. I have the choice of just chilling where I'm at and using Firebolt, do good amount of damage, or potentially delay it a turn, but I have to move forward a good amount to get within 60 feet of it to hit it with Ray of Frost, which lowers its movement if it hits. So it's
I could be a sneaky cheat and grab my copy of the Monster Manual, but I'm not going to.
yeah. I'll just Firebolt it.
Okay.
Firebolt.
Firebolt.
Well,
You will miss.
dang. Move there.
Okay.
That's it for me.
The Shield Guardian will take up the defensive fighting stance, preparing to intercept anything that's coming towards Rote. Rote!
I'll go and give Diggory a small pat on the back.
Appreciate it.
And then I shall cast Guiding Bolt.
Guiding Bolt hits.
Oh, I didn't mean to cast it at higher level. 1 second.
Alright, 11 damage. The T-Rex roars out in slight pain.
Next attack has advantage on it.
As
Then I
we
shall
have-
simply head on back, and that'll be.
As we have its turn.
10, 15, 20,
30.
25, 30,
40,
40.
45, 50. Two. No, yeah, it is not an intelligent beast. It dashes into combat. But it has seen where somebody is, so it is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, avoid that 20, 25, 30 to end up here. So that is its turn. Shauna, you're up.
Yep.
How about I get the stream deck to see
Well.
what's going on over here?
Well, at least it did better than the Raptors so far.
It is not falling over on the one yet.
Not fallen over and gotten one shot 5 times over in the first turn.
I'll keep that. Keep that to as my trump card just in case. I am not gonna use my new trait that I got Yeah. Not yet. But what I will do. Hmm. Let's see. Sorry if this is taking a little bit.
Take it out.
No worries. It gives me time to plan out what I'm doing.
I'm gonna chromatic orbit.
Okay.
With. I'm gonna use poison damage. Wow.
Roll it.
And miss.
Yes, that will in fact miss this. You will fling the orb at it, and it will go sailing past.
Whoops.
Doesn't have advantage.
Why would it have advantage?
Oh,
yeah, it would.
bolt.
Oh yeah, it would.
Yeah, it would have advantage. Any bolt.
True.
So roll it again.
I will roll it again. Wow. Wow.
That
11.
That misses.
Still misses.
Guiding bolt has been used up now.
Yep. Well, I'm going to then just set up my reaction defenses.
Okay. Diggory, you're up.
Okay. I am going. Yeah, that's okay. I'm gonna hope that this works. It's gonna go 5, 10, 15 next to my echo.
Okay.
I'm going to make an attack. Make an attack with it, utilizing Unleash Incarnation as well. So I get to make I get an additional melee attack from my Echo. Style unarmed fighting, so 11 misses. The Echo's attack 13.
13 hits, and 13 is its AC.
All right. And then let's see. Okay. Point of order. Can my Echo utilize the same skills that I can?
Give me 1 second. Let me look up your rules.
Although that being said, this doing this won't actually apparently doesn't do damage, and it's too big to get moved. So I'm not going to worry about hammering horns. All right, but I do 1d, and of course I roll a 1, so 7 points of bludgeoning damage to this creature's knee.
Okay.
Oops.
So yes, you and your clone, shadow clone, punch, and only the shadow clone connects, hitting the knee, and the Tyrannosaurus just looks down at you tilts its head and you have the distinct feeling that you are about to be attacked by it.
Yeah, you try to build an interesting combination without using weapons.
Cinder, you're up.
Okay. Yeah, might as well. I actually didn't get all my spells prepared on the sheet. My fault.
If you have them on your, if you have the Beyond 20, you can use your D&D Beyond sheet.
That is true. That's what we've been doing.
They told me about it, but I didn't. It was just last night they told me I had a lot more spells, and it's just the D&D Beyond didn't really give me an indication of spells to choose. It didn't highlight it like everything else. And I was wondering too. It's like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to have more spells than this. Why isn't it telling me? Didn't find it. But might as well have that little what was the add-on there? You didn't give that to me after all of this. I need it.
Beyond 20.
Yep. It's like an easy Google search thing. Funnily enough, other players can actually click on your stuff and actually cast it.
That's actually true.
Yeah.
Like that. It says my name, but it's from your sheet. And I know I picked Mage Hand because it's the one that you probably will not be using in this situation.
Absolutely not.
I summon Mage Hand inside his stomach.
I grab hold of the creature's uvula.
My Mage Hand is around his around his esophagus.
Oh my!
I cast Mage Hand in his eyeball.
Putting a different
Chromatic orb.
chromatic orb.
All right.
Create destroy water in his lungs.
So you are casting Chromatic Orb.
Fire damage.
So how do you use the Beyond 20 is if you're in there and also in the game, if you click on the cast in your D&D Beyond sheet, it will basically do everything for you in Roll20.
Okay.
Oh, you testicular torsion wizards think you're so clever right up until somebody casts Mend! Crack!
Quoting a certain bard. Shining.
I will go ahead and click it for you right now. Sorry, because you're probably getting Beyond 20 up and running.
I cast manual breathing.
I would appreciate a little help there because I ended up pressing something and it completely shut down Google.
Oh no.
Oh, that's not a...
Alright, so you are
That's
casting
not good.
it with fire type, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's see.
I cast Total Tongue Awareness!
Ooh, nice.
Alright, that rolled it underneath Furry because I did as the DM there. Cool. Yes,
Hey.
that
Yep.
will hit for 17 fire damage.
Wonderful.
Oh.
Which has definitely upset the large beast. Dr.
Well,
Gwendolyn, you are up.
I am going to use that, my teleport.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go. Yeah. And since that's a bonus action, I will cast edit. Ray of Sickness.
13 hits. It takes 7 damage.
And con save for being poisoned.
Yep. And your DC is 15. It passes.
Okay, it is not poisoned. It does take 7 poison damage.
Yep. And
That's 7
That's it.
plus 17, 14.
we are on to the
32.
Shield Guardian scene. As the creature hasn't started to attack its master, the Shield Guardian is still just in its defensive stance. Root.
Could I give the Shield Guardian a flame blade?
I mean, yes, you can. Again, just because you guys are not necessarily meant to really have this guy here, he's not going to do much unless you actually get attacked.
That's annoying, but I'm entirely fine by roll. No.
About Ford, were we like supposed to return him back to the city or something?
Yes, you did have a quest to get him back to Port Nanzaro.
That'll happen eventually.
Yes, after we finish the campaign.
Yeah.
So you
We'll
give-
just say we got
you-
lost, we did another side quest, and then we returned him. Just he might be a little scuffed up, but he was treated as a demigod in the jungle, and there's plenty of things in the jungle. Did you expect it to become back pristine?
So, Ro, you're just giving the Shield Guardian Flame Blade?
Now I'm thinking of what I want to do.
Okay.
Hey Diggory, how strong is your clone?
As in, like, power or defenses?
Defense.
If he even gets hit once, he's gone. He's got 1 HP, 16 AC.
Shauna has 18.
So Diggory, Sorshana, and Road have an extra 5 HP, both bonus HP, and I'll give the clone extra 2 AC.
Okay. So its AC is 18 now.
And that'll be all. Just move on back. Thank you.
Well, it is the T-Rex's turn. Seeing as it's engaged, it will bite at Diggory. For 22 will hit.
Oh no!
Oh no! That's right.
And you will take 39 piercing damage.
I have 1 HP.
1
Is there
HP and a
even
drink.
eight?
And you are grappled.
Oh dear goddess.
And then with its tail, it will smack at Diggory's clone.
Mm,
Is Diggory a medium-sized creature?
Yeah.
So you are apparently grappled.
Yep, I am grappled.
This is going towards a 21 will hit, dealing
You realize you're going to try to intercept on the shadow.
I could or I could not. It depends. But I know that it's not gonna be worth
the
it,
shadow.
So yeah, ignore that.
I mean, no matter what you do with that, the shadow will get hit and vanish, which causes the T-Rex to let out a roar that rocks your bones, Diggory, as it roars with you in its mouth.
You take 1 damage.
I think 1 point of thunder damage.
You take no damage, but you are definitely terrified right now. Shauna, you're up.
Okay, so I could throw javelin or attack with javelin.
Probably
Because
attack
I have
with
my-
javelin.
Javelin.
yes, it's just getting a degree out of its jaws.
Yeah. I'm going to move up in this direction.
Okay. Keep in mind that he's not on ground level.
Yeah.
He is up in the air.
Actually, I could.
About he's about 20-ish feet up in the air right now.
20 feet. I could launch the javelin pointing at its head.
I've got a really stupid thing that I'm going to try to do.
But then again, I would definitely hit Diggory. So I'm gonna just attack it and hope that it lets Diggory go. Attack! Meh. Okay, javelin does not want to work correctly. Darn it! Come on. Javelin. Why not wanting to roll? Okay, just
Which thing are you trying to click?
I'm clicking the die.
The-
And it's not wanting to roll.
Just click the weapon button, or click the hit/DC button.
That's what I'm clicking on.
Let me see. Shauna. Yeah. Are you throwing it?
Just going to attack it.
Doesn't actually matter. It is not working.
I think it's because she has a quantity of javelins.
Yeah, I have a quantity of javelins. A quantity of 5 javelins.
Well, currently it is pretty easy just to roll in roll 20. Do the advanced roller. 1d20 plus 5 for your hit die, and then 1d6 plus 3 for your hit if you hit.
14 hits.
That's a just d20, so it would be a 7. It would be a 19.
That still hits.
Yep. So use the advanced roller instead of the normal one. And
Okay.
so in the advanced roller, you can select which die you want, and then the modifier. So you do the 1d6, and then you add 3 to it. Then you click roll.
Add 3 to it? Yeah. Wow.
Now you will deal 6 damage. As the thing lets out another slightly pained roar as your javelin sticks in its side.
Shall I use ensnaring?
Can you?
It's a bonus action.
Remembering this is a huge-sized creature, if that matters any.
A large.
It
larger
gets an
creature
advantage
has
on it.
advantage.
Also, I think it's
So you're supposed to use that first, and then you
Alright.
hit with it.
Yeah.
I'll still let it go this time because it's fine.
Yeah, I could Wrathful Smite as well if I wanted to.
Same thing. You would have needed to have
yeah.
that.
These are the only one that you could technically do is after the fact and have it work right is Compel Duel. Which technically saves Diggory a bit because it tries to force it to attack you if it fails its save.
Then there's also Divine Smite.
It still is it's a before the fact thing.
I'm so used to these being more of an like
Paladins are very set.
Boulder's Gate.
Paladins are you set up and then you hit.
Yeah.
And then Boulder's Gate, you can just activate it whenever you crit or whenever you hit or crit.
Does
That's how it worked in Boulder's Gate, but I'll leave it at that.
oh hold on, Divine Smite might be different.
Yeah, Divine Smite.
Yeah, Divine Smite actually is when you hit with the melee weapon, but it has
But
to
you
be
can
a-
Divine Smite.
But she threw the weapon.
No, she hit. That's why we had to do the. She was doing melee. That's why we had to do the way that we were doing.
Oh, okay. So then, yes, you can Divine
Yeah.
Smite as a bonus, as a special.
So yeah, that would be
An extra 2d8,
Yep, 2d8.
unless you are going at a higher level.
Yep. I think Kitsu doesn't have any higher level other than
Okay.
first.
Another
so-
7 damage.
And that does use up a spell slot. That's the downside.
Okay.
yeah, it does.
Anything else for you, Shauna?
No,
Diggory.
just reaction defense.
Okay. I have an idea. It is silly. It is a very Blood Bowlian idea.
I would expect
Oh
nothing less.
no. Oh no.
I am inside its mouth. I still have Searing Smite up.
This is true.
I would like to attack its uvula. I'm going to punch the inside of its mouth. I am restrained, so I have disadvantage on this attack.
This is true.
And you have oodles, canoodles, and toaster strudels to choose
But at
from.
the same time, it's also a +7 to hit.
It's only a 13 AC.
So really, all I need to do is roll above a 5 on one of these numbers. Or actually, both of these numbers. But, whatever. It's still a...
What could possibly go wrong?
Everything! Motherfucker, I roll a 4. Okay, fine. You know what? I didn't want to do this just yet. Action surge. I'm doing it again.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
Nothing.
A 14 hits.
But I miss on the crit. But I do hit the inside of its mouth for my D8 damage plus burnt
Plus
Searing Smite.
which is 1d6 damage. Extra 1d6.
So 1d8, max damage for 14, plus another d6. A 1, okay. So 15 total damage.
Oh, minus 15. And yes, the creature, which is obviously very upset right now. You don't have to make your escape check because it opens its mouth and lets you drop the 20 feet.
Oh no.
Diggory, I'll give you a chance. Make me acrobatics to see if you can nullify the damage.
All right.
With disadvantage.
I'm gonna try and catch him. With my acrobatics.
Now, it's a 6. Now, here's what I was going to do. I will let this happen, but what I was planning on doing was Manifest Echo about, let me see, 30 feet away, so 15, so about, like, between Dr. Gwenwyn and the Shield Guardian, right? That's a free action that I can use, apparently,
Okay.
according to the wording. But then I can use a bonus action to Manifest Echo Teleport, meaning that I swap the position of myself and the Echo as a bonus action for 15 feet of my movement.
Okay.
Okay. That will work.
So I teleport over here, and my Echo...
We'll just
What?
flop to the ground and take 2d6 or 1d6 damage from the fall.
It's got 1 HP, so it
which
goes poof.
It goes poof.
Also, did the T-Rex succeed or fail to check for the flames?
Need to make a Constitution save.
Oh.
It passed.
All right. Well, it was worth it. It was worth a shot. But it did damage right in the thing. It was going to spit me out, which was half of what I was planning. But if it didn't, I had a way out, and I'm out. So, sorry,
worked.
Sean.
It worked. And now Shauna is alone in melee with the T-Rex.
I would do other things, but Second Wind is a bonus action.
Cinder, you are up.
Alrighty. I will cast my flaming sphere.
My alerts have been sentient today, by the way.
Why did he jump? It wasn't that bad.
Especially after I was just about to take fall damage.
You are casting Flaming Sphere.
Let's see this. No.
That is one of those alerts where it's like you can just hear it, even if you can just hear it.
Yeah. I knew that these Statler and Waldorf things would be good when I started doing them. I didn't realize that it would be this good.
There we
Sorry for interrupting you.
go. Come on.
Do you need help again casting it?
Now tell me, picked up, not found. Are you serious? Every one of your rolls comes through, but you gotta be kidding me.
I'll go ahead and cast it for you. Casting Flaming Sphere, right?
Yep. It's a second level. One of my few second levels.
Yep. So Flaming Sphere. So where are you creating the 5-foot Flaming Sphere?
Of course, right under the Tyrannosaurus.
Right there?
Well, under its feet specifically, but just make sure it's within the sphere.
So it has to be in an unoccupied space. So anything underneath it would be occupied.
Okay. No, close as it can be, I guess. Oh yeah, right under it. I
But-
just hope it's.
As a bonus action, you can move it too. So let me draw. I had a fire token somewhere. I'm trying to find it really quick. Oh well. Right there. Flaming orb. So when it is summoned, at the end of that creature's turn. But so you can move it up to you can move it up to 30 feet at your control. So which way do you want? Do you want to move it?
It's gonna be. Well, want to move it right under that damn Tyrannosaurus.
Okay.
That's
It will move 30 feet in a straight line through it. Means it takes. It gets moved into it. Stop moving as soon as it does, but it has to make a dex save. Or else it takes 2d6 fire damage. It fails it. And it would have taken 8 fire damage.
Yeah, at least I'm damaging the damn thing.
Alright. Dr. Gwenwyn, you're up.
Section. Burn all the spells. Dagger's at 1 HP, so it's one of those. Let's see. So. Going to dip forward, place one of these if it pops up. Buddy, come on. Did things break?
Quite possibly.
It is beyond 20. Gotta love it.
Yep. Let me see. But yeah, like beyond 20 is not even showing up. Like for some reason, it's showing up for certain things.
What are you trying to place down?
Just be testing.
Yeah, I think it's like trying to put one of my potions of weakness in that spot right next to it, next to me.
Okay.
And then gonna cast catapult on it at the thing.
Okay, needs to make a dex save.
Yep.
It passes.
Dang. This has not worked. So it misses.
Yeah, so your potion goes sailing off over the Tyrannosaurus's head.
I do this.
No.
Anything else for you?
If that's it.
Okay.
If only we had like either a ranger or rogue that could do prep action to use a bow and arrow to shoot it. So if it misses over, that they shoot the potion bottle and cover it anyway.
The shield guardian will take defensive action, basically just stepping in front of Rote this time. Rote!
Would it be a full action to tell the she was going to go engage?
The shield guardian will not engage. It is defending you only.
Yep. So you have to get into combat for it to actually get into combat.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Anyway.
You might want to heal Tiggery though. He is at the 1 HP.
I mean, does it really mad because I don't think I could heal him enough to take it.
It better be not.
Considering
at
I
1
took
HP.
39 damage in one shot.
It's
Better to
best
be
to
not at 1 HP than be at 1 HP.
even with my special new ability that I have, I would probably go down. So,
No, I think I'm gonna have to
Well,
brave the T-Rex. So let's prepare for that. Bring that on myself.
What are you making?
Oh, wrong one. 1 second.
What are you going to spend an hour doing in combat?
that is a good
Big.
Blessing
question.
of the Forge.
Extra 3 AC.
Okay.
and if you stand next to Shauna, you can have interception from her potentially.
Go there. And then let's. Level 2 inflict wounds.
So, what is Blessing of the Forge then? Is that a free action or a full
Uh,
action?
I think it's a free action. Doesn't say.
So it's supposed to be done at like the beginning of a day.
No.
It doesn't actually say. Yeah, it's just
It says at
you
the
can
end
do this.
at the end of a long rest, you can touch one non-magical object that is a bit of armor or civil martial weapon. So it's supposed to be done at the end of a long rest, like before you guys start the adventuring day. But it'll be fine. We'll let you just do it where when you did that for yourself. That's fine.
Yep. And gonna do the inflict wounds.
So it takes 18 damage.
And that'll be it.
Alright. Well, let's see. This thing is pretty wounded.
I hope this thing doesn't have rage. Hopefully not. Please don't rage. Don't go into a blood rage.
While it is not the smartest, it is wise enough to realize you guys are too dangerous to fight. It is going to run away. And yes, that does give you two reactions if you want to take them.
So attacks of up.
Rote, Shauna?
It's not letting me do my attack.
Yeah, it's gonna be in that.
I can unarmed if I wanted to.
Well, that's missed, so.
The Rote
Yep.
misses. Shauna?
Okay.
20 D20 plus which it is for you.
3. Or plus 5 for hitting.
Yeah.
That hit.
A 14.
Roll damage.
Or 8 damage.
Not enough to bring it down, so it is going to move away. That's 5. That was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I don't think anybody can catch it because it can move 100 feet a turn if it dashes.
Yeah, no.
It gets away.
I can
Yep.
firebolt it if wanted to.
Yeah. Technically the mages can still hit it.
I mean, can't you just, like, teleport and Ray of Frost it?
Technically, yes, but my teleport is limited.
Are you guys really wanting to chase it down?
Nah.
Yeah,
Not really.
Diggory still wants that skull, but he's thinking better of this. Eventually, though. Eventually.
Then
The only person of this party that's probably actually thinking I might be able to actually finish it is probably Dr. Quinwin, because he hasn't taken any damage from it yet. That's one of those definitely can get persuaded against it.
with
Sora did not take any
Think
damage.
of all the
Yay.
alchemical stuff you can make with the T-Rex.
The only one who did was me. I hope you're all happy.
Yep. I mean, that
And I very nearly got 8 for doing that.
the Guardian was so helpful.
Yeah,
Well,
it just,
let's make sure it's nice and
I'm going to.
I'm gonna
Okay. Dickory,
I
this
have
will
to-
tickle. She brings out her brush and heals him for 5.
need to get back into some different study. Ugh.
Lay on brush. Is what I did.
Thank you, Shauna. That was got above a little out of my depth in that one.
I am.
Just a tiny bit.
I am also sorry about what I did. She puts. She does that little movement of she curls her hand up into a fist and winks with one eye with her tongue sticking out.
The
Ugh.
donkey on the head thing.
Yep.
Oh well, we've got this far. That's gonna hurt for a bit. Camp soon.
Nah, we're all fine.
it's only about midday.
Oh, all right. One moment. Still a few breathing exercises, and I use second wind.
I think our doctor over here would be able to help you out. Or our cleric.
I'm a doctor of science, not of medicine.
Anyway, I heal 7 more points of damage on top of that.
I mean, not to spoil it, but the rest of the day is going to go by uneventfully, and then you guys are going to be able to set up camp. You're going to be able to get the full rest.
It's a short rest thing anyway, so just in case.
And it's lore accurate.
Yeah.
So we continue on for the rest of the day.
And you eventually make camp after you finally travel all the way through. The next day will dawn. Who would like to go ahead and roll your survival roll?
I could do it again.
I don't trust my dice rolls today.
Well, let's do it again. I am shit at this.
Oh no! Oh no!
We fall into a trap.
Okay. We walk. All of a sudden, mist surrounds us, and then we come up into but and the mist fades. All of a sudden, the jungle seems mildly different. Hang on, I'm going to go open up Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft. I know that there is a jungle dreadland.
Suddenly, we're playing a completely different campaign.
All of a suddenly, we're going to have to deal with vampires again.
No,
Oh no,
you
not
guys suddenly
in
find
the
yourself
jungle,
in
not
space.
vampires. Oh, cool. Oh, now it's a spelljammer.
Suddenly, we're now at Port Castigliare.
Now we're in the Imperial Man.
All right.
What do
So
you mean it's Corvair?
Hey, look, there's Baldur's Gate.
So with that, I am going to just move you to. You are able to move 2 hexes. You just don't know what 2 hexes you're moving to. What hex you're going to be moving to.
Ain't that the way? It's time for funny. Oh, so funny. It's funny, the gunny to my head.
But with that, because of the bad roll, you guys got so lost in the jungle. Your day of travel is completely uneventful.
Are you
Yeah,
sure it's this way? I
There
think I
has
see
to
a
be
volcano in the
a
distance.
way. Well, judging from the position of the moon, the stars, and the trees and the mud, don't look at me.
Oh, you
I'm
could
a
have
lib-
that.
I'm a librarian, not an astrolabe.
You could have saved that, Dr. Gwenwyn, with anything but a double one.
Yes.
But yes, you guys travel throughout the entire day, certain of your course, until you find the fact that you haven't seen the sun since you started your day's travel. You're in the deepest part of the jungle. Have no clue exactly where you ended up. And actually, I'm gonna roll for something here.
Uh, if I remember correctly, elves always say not to go too deep into the forest.
I'm an elf, and I say I don't care.
I'm a minotaur. Who? And when have I listened to elves?
So,
Right now, since I'm telling you where to go.
Good point.
just because this is gonna be hilarious, I'm gonna do it this way.
That works for me.
After
I'm just
traveling
going with
most of the
flow.
day, or what you assume is most of the day, you're not exactly sure how exactly long you've traveled because you have not seen the sun in you don't know how long. Eventually, you find your way parting through the jungle into what you would swear was just the Forgotten Coast, um, or the Sword Coast. As you are walking out into an area that is plowed fields with different crops growing in each of them, farmhouses, ones that all of you from the mainland are familiar with, are dotting the areas, and off a little ways away, just down the road from you, is a walled city, or close enough to a city that you can call it that, where you can see regularly worked, pretty well worked stone set up for the walls, even from this distance. All of it gleaming as if brand new. And the temperature from the area has dropped to a very nice and comfortable midsummer afternoon.
Are we back in Baldur's Gate?
It reminds me too much of Waterdeep to be Baldur's Gate. This this can't be right.
Oh.
What is?
How did we cross an ocean?
I take a few steps forward, turn around. What do I see? Is there still the jungle?
Yeah, it's still the jungle.
Okay, this can't possibly be Baldur's Gate or Waterdeep. Let's throw Neverwinter in there for good measure. There's no jungles nearby any of those places, so we can safely determine that we have not done that kind of a stupid. But what variety of a stupid have we done?
Well, these flowers look a little bit interesting.
I mean, they are all actually very common flowers on the main part of the Sword Coast. All of you recognize everything around this area.
If only it were alien, I could make some more leaf rubbings and be worth it, but we have these samples in abundance.
True, but it is a beautiful view, like I said.
Oh, that certainly it is.
Well, we're not
What are you
gonna.
guys doing?
Failed because it's
Well, if nothing else for it, civilization is a good place for information.
Let's head on over.
Make for the
That's
city.
As you're walking along the path, you will see people actually working the fields. Everybody that you see seems to be at a young enough that they are, well, shouldn't necessarily be working a field, should be out doing something else, but they all seem in, from just your observation, near perfect health. All of them look up at you and give you a big greeting smile and just kind of wave to you as if you're almost kind of expected.
If the landscape, topography, sudden shift in biodiversity isn't enough to make me as a researcher worried, that does.
yeah.
Especially since we have this little big old metal hunk right here.
Big old metal hunk and the Minotaur. No one waves friendly at me out of the blue.
As you approach the walls, the gates will swing open for you. There seem to be no guards or people that are operating the gate. Um, but as you take a good look inside, it is a pristine town that you could have seen picked anywhere out of the Sword Coast and placed right here. The walkways are actually very well put together, cobbled stone. Almost no seams between each of the stones as they walk along the area. The
The
building,
first opportunity that this place gives me to go bull in a china shop, I'm going to wreck it.
the buildings are made out of fine wood that seems to be perfectly stained. Everything seems to be nice and in the as if it was just put here the moment that you walked into this area. Um, People mill about it, and
I
again, there really are no young people, children basically, but there's really no old people either. Everybody seems to be mid 20s, to mid 30s at the most, and in almost perfect health.
something's not right here.
I've got things running through my head that I daren't speak of until I have more information.
We're going the right way though.
Does anyone have any undead hunter's charms as an aside?
New. We are going the right way, so
Hmm.
onward.
Oh, very well.
uh,
You enter the town, and everybody again seems incredibly friendly towards you. Nobody really will bat an eyelash that you seem to be walking around. Everybody is waving to you, smiling, but not exactly paying too much attention to you either.
Mm,
And yes, I am playing it as Gwenwyn being too proud to not say that they're actually lost. That he got the directions wrong.
I think we're lost.
Nope.
Doc, I don't mean to be super disparaging here, but Cinder, you did say that the city you were looking for was a ruin, yes?
It was a village, right?
Okay, well, there we go. It's neither a ruin nor a village.
One of the
Wherever.
people will rush up to you. Oh, you folks seem quite lost. Can we help you?
Well, I suppose it would be worth it. It would appear that we are, in fact, lost. If you could tell us the name of this location, this town?
No, you are in Midcrest.
Midcrest. And how far is that away from the rivers, Soshenstar?
Oh, we are quite ways from there.
This is still Chult, right?
Oh, yes. We're at the base of the Mistcliff Mountains.
Okay, then.
And is
Well, that's
that
help.
quite for so you guys to remember? You guys teleported over here.
Forgot where we're supposed to go.
You know what? That is funny. I suppose task
See?
failed successfully.
See? Told you we knew where we were going. You just didn't. You just doubted me. I knew where we were going the entire time.
Well, when you started by digging underneath that one tree, we had our suspicions.
Well, quickest way between 2 points. Straight line. Got to get past the tree somehow.
It took you 20 minutes to dig underneath that three-topped oak. We could have walked around it in 5.
But yes, you folks are all in Midcrest. Thank you. I mean, how can we help you here? Is there anything that you need?
Oh, well, I suppose if we were headed this direction, Cinder, this was where you were wanting to go, you are right?
I do believe so.
Oh, then you folks must be searching for the Wish Granter.
Indeed, we are.
Oh,
Above
well,
board, we're looking for the Holy Grail.
well, if you're looking for the Wish Granter, they're in the Mistcliff Mountains. We don't typically let too many people go up there, but we don't need a wish now for another month.
So it's a common occurrence you make wishes.
Oh, yes. Anytime that we need something.
Intriguing. And they've never monkey's pawed?
Well, why would they? They are benevolent. They only want us to succeed.
I'm even more suspicious.
Yeah, the fact that there's supposedly a time limit between the two, that might be the monkey's paw, that you can't just
Oh
use
no,
it willy-nilly.
we could wish something every single day if we wanted, or multiple times a day. It would take a toll, but we could do it.
Multiple
Oh,
times.
yes.
I am no archmage, but multiple 9th level spells.
Sounds good for me. Let's go. Experimentation is the way to figure out how everything works.
Dig. This is a new one for Diggory. Everything is just like, the amount of information overload. Diggory's on the verge of shutting down and just following blindly. None of this makes sense. Everything is screaming. Something is so wrong.
The same sort of thing is happening with Gwenwyn, but the fact that he doesn't know it is the thing that's keeping him wanting to go like, yep, let's go. Let's do it. I have no idea what this means. The experiment must go.
I mean, if you would like to, anybody wants to make an Arcana roll or to see what you might know about something like this.
I have a -1 in
Of course
Arcana.
I am. Please let that be the right side. Natural 20 Arcana. For a total of
you
25.
know.
So yes,
Taking a moment to shake my head, settle down, and recenter. Yeah.
yeah, so you know that a wish spell one normally gets twisted when it's used, um, and two, for the fact that somebody is using, Cinder would also know this as well too. Yeah, the wish spell
That took a while.
Get that
well
sometime.
beyond 20 is really, it's great,
Yeah.
but it also sucks at the same time.
If you
Like I said,
Uh,
lagging out for me. That's Google.
All good.
yeah, the
in
it's
settings,
the
there's an ability to make it so that it doesn't lag.
I think it's graphics acceleration or something.
We'll figure it out
Or
later.
something in it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have to
It's
prep up.
slowly.
I have to prep up this whole part of it.
Yeah.
So this will basically be where we're going to end for the day. But basically, you guys know that with Wish is a very powerful spell that can actually kill the caster if it is used multiple times, or even one time. There is a chance to do that. In addition, the more that you cast it, the more chance you have to never cast Wish again. But whatever is doing this seems to be beyond powerful for it.
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
That's one hell of a whiz if ever there was.
But yes, folks, if you are planning on
Yes,
going to see the Wish Granter, be wary. You do have to trek through its caves. Most of the creatures there aren't going to wouldn't harm us, but while you folks are, well, newcomers, they may not take kindly to you being here.
I was half eaten by a T-Rex the other day. I think the warnings are falling on deaf ears, friend.
Yep.
Well,
We gotta see this stuff.
if you do, you can't miss the Wish Granter. It will be the biggest creature there. It might be a bit disturbing to you the first time, but trust me, it's worth it.
Is it a dragon?
The flags have gone from scarlet to crimson to the deepest rouge. The
Yeah.
largest thing that can grant wishes. This is a Sphinx minimum.
And
But
all of these are just green flags to go for Gwenwyn.
with that,
I'm following you nonetheless, but mind you, this is every. Seriously, There's a sphinx somewhere in that cave at minimum. I am not convinced this village isn't a combination of mimics and ooplexes. This whole thing is screaming wrong, and if I don't get more people over here to study the whole damn thing, I'm going to lose my fucking mind.
Oh, gotta find out about that wish thing. Let's go.
And with that, we will wrap up for the session for today, as I need to build the dungeon for this one.
Hey, you were the one that decided to drop us directly where we were headed, so
I wasn't
it's your fault.
I wasn't expecting double nat ones on this here.
Sure, but you could have done the double nat ones, and we found ourselves back at Camp Righteous or the Shield Guardian era for that reason. For that,
No, that's perfectly fine. It won't take me too long to do it, but I'd rather, since it's going to be a dungeon delve, this one's going to be a little bit different from everything else before. So,
fair enough.
either way, with that, thank you everybody for playing. Thank you to everybody in chat who is still there. You guys are all awesome.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and over on my side, first and foremost, Blueberry Bean 245. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I know I said that before, but make sure I've actually say it when it can be heard. And to anyone else in my chat, thank you for hanging around, chatting, being all around cool dudes. I suppose we will all see you all in the next one, right?
Exactly.
Which is when again?
2 weeks.
Next week? 2 weeks?
2
2 weeks. What is 2 weeks?
It is 2 weeks.
27th.
It is the 27th.
2 weeks is 2 weeks. I love the accuracy of that statement.
Exactly. But yes, we will catch everybody next time. Thank you everybody for playing. Thank you everybody for watching. Let's go and have a great rest of your day, guys.
Indeed.